Hey, it's Patricia. It's Thursday afternoon, which means it's video chat day. This week we are full blown into spring. My kids are on spring break this week, and it's starting to turn spring in Texas. So we've got some blooming going on, and the weather's getting a little warmer. And everybody's kind of taking a small break, and it made me stop and take pause and think about how you don't get a break from diabetes, and it can be really tiring and it's just a long haul chronic sort of thing. We had spring break and we also had the daylight savings time, so we lost an hour of sleep. So all these things really just have you feeling kind of, overwhelmed or tired. And when we think about how long you're going to have diabetes, right, it gets overwhelming. It's just such a hard, long, chronic thing. And so early on, I really focused a lot on that. And it was very frustrating, right? Because there's nothing you can do about it. You didn't ask for it. You don't want it, but there it is. And, there's no break. Every day it's there and you have to deal with it. So, you have to do something to take a break because otherwise you just kind of go crazy. So let's want to talk a little bit about that and how you feel about it. And, what are some ways that you can take a break. So I think the hardest part with diabetes is the frustration. So it's there, it's every day, all the time. And the only things that you really get to choose about diabetes is what you think about it. And so those are the places where I have found some peace and some comfort and my break. So I can, early on, I used to think of that Jetsons cartoon where George is outside running on the treadmill and the treadmill's just going on and on. It's like, Jane, stop this crazy thing. And that really was how I identified with diabetes. I wanted off. I just didn't want it. And I fought so hard and so long pushing it away. It really expended a lot of energy. And so you kind of work through some of those emotions going through the grieving process, which is something I talk about a lot. And you get to the other side, which is acceptance. And to get to acceptance, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but you have to let go. You have to let go of wanting things to be different. You have to let go of wishing it was the way it was in the past. You have to let go of all the fear about what is to come. And that's not just advice for people with diabetes, that's anybody, because once once a day is over, you can never go back to it, right? We have great memories, but we really truly can never go back. We'll never be 20 again. We'll never be in the 80s. All those decades have gone. And today is what today is. And so if you are stuck reminiscing about, the beautiful past that was so wonderful, think about it, when we were actually in those earlier days, they weren't all so great. We wanted more. We wanted to be moving forward and having something new happen. So that's where we are now. We've moved into a different day. So I think it's really important that you let go of that stuff. And because I think diabetes is a good excuse to kind of, be nostalgic. But the truth is, all of us really have to let go of yesterday. Great memories, fun stuff, but we miss out on today if we're stuck in the past or if we're just fearful of the future. So that would be one, is really just kind of be in the moment, enjoy today for what it is, let go of the past. And the other thing is, I think when we worry about all the possibilities of what could happen, we really get ourselves into a bad state, because there's a lot of things that could happen. But I would offer that sometimes driving on a freeway in Texas, to me, is more scary than, what diabetes could be. There's scary things that can happen anywhere, any place, anytime. But it's when we choose to focus on them, right? We can focus on our fear, and we're going to find it. If you focus on it, you will find it, right? You'll bring it out. But if you can try to focus on, I said in the blog earlier, not what's wrong with you, but what's strong with you. Like, what is your thing that you're good at, or what do you enjoy? Even if diabetes is a struggle, and it is, I'm not minimizing that at all. But the things we do have choices about, right? We can't control our blood sugar all the time. We can't make it go away, but we can choose what we want to think about. And we can choose to not worry. We can choose to put it on the shelf. So we do the best we can every day. We're responsible. We take ownership for what is ours to care for. And then you have to really let tomorrow come when it comes. because no matter how much you worry, you're not going to prevent anything. There's never been a time in the world where worry actually prevented something. Now, good choices can prevent something. So choosing again to think about the good things, not the bad, choosing to let go of wanting it to be different, that's very freeing. And that's how I take my break. So, you know, I can find a lot of other things to think about besides diabetes. And that is where I don't worry and I don't have that stress and I don't have that anxiety. And it's all about going out and figuring out what it makes you happy and what, you know, get your gears turning. Focus on those things, do those things. Deal with your diabetes, absolutely yes. But take a break from the worry, the stress, and the guilt. You deserve that. Okay, so that's my tip. Enjoy your spring break. Take a mental break today. Take a bubble bath, go for a walk. If you're in any of those areas where it's still snowing, I'm sorry, come to Texas and visit, it's warm. But really go give yourself a break, and you can do it right up here anytime you want. Take care, we'll talk soon, bye.